You ever get toothpaste in your eye? That's how my morning is going. So in order to overcome it, we're going to the thrift stores. We're gonna shop until we drop. Let's get our retail therapy in like we always do on this channel. And in this one, I'm only looking for big hitters. I want all of the big money bolos. I'm taking you along for the ride like I always do. Let's see if we can't overcome my little fluoride attack. All right, let's check some purses out first. So I'm gonna take this Dooney & Bourke. This is according to their website, this is just called the Pebble Grain Crossbody. It's like 10.5 inches by 10.5 inches. Really nice bag, definitely authentic. You look at the stitching, very nice there. So I went to their website, got all of the details. You can still get this, and the color on this one is, it's navy, but they call it midnight blue. So I'm gonna use their manufacturer color. I'll have navy in there, but I will put midnight blue in there as well, just as another extra keyword to maybe help me in search. But looking on the inside, outside of a little bit of dust on the bottom, no problem. It does show a little bit of wear at the top here, right? You can see just a little bit, and it actually looks worse in the store than it does outside, because I'm about to photograph this. So I think if it were in a little bit better condition at the top there, I would list it at 60. You can get them for 130 right now, brand new on Dooney's website, at least that color. Some of the other colors might be sold out. It started at 240, and it looks like they're on sale for 130 brand new. So if it were in a little bit better condition, I would go $60. Instead, I'm gonna list it for 50. I see enough of them selling in that range to be pretty comfortable that I can get 54, because again, it looked way more severe than it actually was. It's in really nice condition. So that's a great find. It's gonna cost me $7. I always get the prices of the purses confused in this store. So next thing I'm gonna grab, saw it on a cart, and this is a stale cart. This is not a fresh cart, so I got extremely lucky right here. This is a bean grinder from Baratz. It's called the Encore. It's model 485. The only issue is, and at first glance, I didn't see any coffee bean residue at all. I thought it was brand new. Like, I'm trying to look towards the bottom in here. It was used, but it was used sparingly, but it doesn't have the top to it. So where that would have been maybe 120 to 150 pre-owned, I'm gonna have to list it aggressively at $80. So that's where that's at. Would you guys have grabbed this bag here? I left this bag behind. Medici, Vera, Pella. I couldn't, the comparables were confusing to me. They were sort of sporadic. And then there was some, like, if you look at the back here, see how there's some branding right here? Is that like initials branding? Was that supposed to be there? I love this bag. It was very colorful, but again, the comparables were confusing, and there were some things that I'm just not familiar with enough or comfortable enough to like kind of pull the trigger on that one. So I have it in my hand, but I did leave that bag behind, just fine, because I mean, between the Dooney purse that I've got right now and that bean grinder, we're doing awesome. So Vince Camuto here. It's not a brand I'm real familiar with bag-wise, so it's another one that I left behind. A pair of Converse look decent. I left those behind too. I'm getting caught up on shoes, so I have the ability to be a little bit more selective. So I left that stuff behind, but I'm definitely taking this guy home. This is Bear, the Big Blue House plush. This was a show. This was like a mid-90s show that ran for I think four or five seasons. It's a Disney Store exclusive, and I love him. He's not marked. A lot of the plush in this big blue bin are priced up. This guy was not. You can see the little tag there. So I got him for $1. And even though he's got a little bit of wear on his nose, looking at the comparables, others that have sold in the $35 to $45 range have that same kind of amount of damage, if you will. So I'm going to price him at $35. We'll see what happens, but great pickup there. And the next two, I think, will be even better. I always grab Alf. This is the one that doesn't, you can see me squeezing his tummy. He is not electronic. I always grab him for $10 and under. It's from 1986. Easily $25 to $30 on that Alf. But this is the Coleco one that talks. Now, I haven't tested him yet, and he's marked up a little bit more than the other Alf. So I'm paying $7 for that one and $10 for this one here. And assuming, of course, that he works, I'm going to test him at $60. There's some that have sold as high as, at least when I was looking, 85. I think 60 is fair. Somebody must have really loved Alf as a child because they had a bunch of these little fellas in here. This is cool. Look at these, like Alf. This was a Burger King toy that you could get, and there were 4 different like little Alf characters that you could get. If I looked close enough, I probably could have found, because there was at least another one that I remember. Maybe all 4 were in there. That could have been something to lot up and put together. At $6 a pop, it would have cost me 24 for all 4 of them. But somebody really loved Alf because there were a number of them in there. But I got the 2 that I love. I can't believe this thing isn't worth more than $20 to $25. I left that one behind, thought I was going to get really lucky when I saw it, but when I ran the comps, I wasn't satisfied, so I left him behind it. I don't think there were any other plush that I picked up, but we're going to look just in the event that somebody spots something that I might have missed here. I see a lot of things. I see Simba, I see Grogu, I see Lotso Huggin' Bear right there from Toy Story, the purple one. This is like a Chicago Build-A-Bear. So yeah, I'm not catching anything. Some Care Bears in there, some other Build-A-Bears. So far, the 4 items that I have in my cart are fantastic. I'm absolutely satisfied. So next thing here, this will be a little bit of a stretch. Another thing that I haven't fully tested yet, BK Precision. It's just an old analog power supply, and it's not my wheelhouse. Missing a few screws. You can see the top was a little bit loose, and that's okay. I think one of the things that made them price this the way they did was the fact that, I mean, they don't test everything. They just don't have the time to, but it's missing the power supply. But I've got a bunch of these power, I'm looking for it right here. So I've got a bunch of those power cords at home, so I can test this at least to the extent I know how to, and hopefully get it priced properly here. The cost on that was $16. They had it priced at $15.99. And it looks like the current active listings are priced a little bit too high based on what the solds were. There were a couple solds like anywhere from 130 to 170. So I'm going to list mine at 150, assuming that it works. Next thing here, I'm going to grab this pair of women's shoes. Like, I think these are Sam Edelman's. I think the style is Felicity, or no, it's Felicia. And they're like gold snake skin. I actually just sold a pair of wedges, women's wedges, and because women's footwear is like not my wheelhouse, I'm super proud of myself. You guys are thinking like a dude sells 1 pair of shoes and he thinks he's God's gift to women's feet. But trust me, I think I can move these for $30. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to photograph them on a day where it's sunny. I usually like to wait to do my photographs when it's overcast, but I want to catch like the shimmer and shine, if you will, of these when the sun is out. And so if I out photograph everybody, I feel like I can get those listed for $30, and I can ship them first class because they're super light. So awesome find there. Gonna pass on the ons because they have way too much wear, some damage on the like top portion of the mesh, but those would have been awesome. You guys are probably gonna be surprised here. I'm going to leave these Doc Martens behind. The comparables were no good. The size is a little bit smaller, and it takes me just a little bit longer to sell the smaller sizes than it does some of the larger ones. So I'm leaving that behind, and I'm going to move over to a rack that is also a little bit stale. It's been sitting there, but I got absolutely lucky. I found this Nike putter. It's a Method 3. There's like a 1, a 2, and this is 003. Looks like it's in excellent shape. Nike not producing these anymore. And it's the regular golf club price at $1.99. So I've saw enough of these, or I've seen enough of them in the comparables selling for $100 plus. That's what I'm gonna list mine at, $100. I'm gonna pass on these Ben Hogans. It looked like they had some, well, that's not a Ben Hogan one, that's just a random Wilson. But there's a set underneath this one that it looks like there's some separation between the club head. You don't see it on that one, but the rest of them, between the club head and the shaft. And again, because golf is not my strong suit, I don't know what was going on. Can you see it right there? It looks like they're separated a little bit. I don't know if that's an easy fix or not. Could have been $100 plus for that lot if they're, you know, if they were in proper condition. I don't know if they are, but so what? I'm going to take the Nike putter. That was a sweet find. $100 on that. Could probably go to like 125, 150 if I want to wait a little bit longer, but I think 100 is fair. Let's get that moved. Another amazing find. If you guys see Orvis canvas luggage, make sure you're running your comparables because this thing here is a minimum $100. So the only thing that I haven't been able to discern quite yet is this bat and kill. You'll see some Orvis canvas that has bat and kill as one of the keywords. and those look like the prices get double the amount that the normal just canvas Orvis luggage does. So for the sake of being conservative, when we total everything up at the end, let's say this is $100, and I don't know if it's going to cost me $6, $7, something like that. But it is in excellent condition. You could see the inside there. I've sold plenty Orvis canvas bags in my lifetime to know that even if it's not the super, super high-end one, still going to get $100 for that one. And we're going to check just to see if we've got any matching pieces or something maybe I missed. Maybe there's a Toomey sitting around here. All of this stuff looks like, I think it's more on the generic side, or at least the less value side when we're talking about resale. So nothing going on there, but awesome find on the analog power supply. Awesome find on the Orvis piece, and they're rugged, so they're easy to ship, right? It doesn't take a whole lot. I mean, find a 16 by 16 by something or other box, shove it in there. You need minimal wrap, although I will use some, and you just get it and get it moved. So, all right, ladies, I'm gonna need your help on this one. I left this cardigan behind. The brand was Maryline. It said made in Italy. It's like this really nice cable knitty type of pattern, buttons on the front, but I couldn't figure out what to do with it when I looked at the comps, and this happens to me all the time. So if I had something there, I missed it because I didn't pick it up, but I'm gonna grab this one, and I'm really gonna need your help with keywords here. So this is an Osca. It's like 100% wool, boiled wool. The tag will show up here in a second. 100% virgin wool, boiled wool. The keywords that I'm coming up with for this is it's very drapey. It's kind of like wide and boxy. It's like cape was one of the keywords. Am I getting this right, everybody? This piece looks amazing. It was in excellent condition. Now I'm gonna guess and say it's worth $75, but it looks like a lot of that brand and similar style sells for more than that. So when I go back in and I do my deeper dive, I may discover that it's worth more than that. But am I on the right track there with the keywords for that piece? I can't remember what the size was. I think it was a size 2 regular, if I remember correctly, or I might be getting pieces mixed up here. But what other keywords should I be using for that phenomenal piece? So I'm gonna leave the Maryline behind, but I'm definitely gonna grab the Osca and just keep challenging myself, even though I think we're coming out of season there. But that just looked like a higher quality. It felt like a higher quality brand. So I'm tossing that one in my cart in an effort to learn a little bit more about women's clothing. We're trying to do our best with the women's shoes here, and I think I'm getting better. So that's kind of the name of the game. I promise you, I passed this thing 100 times, and everyone else did too, because it was just sitting here. So I figured, you know, like the 101st pass, I would look this up. Sun Mountain, again, because I don't know golf that well, sounded like it was generic, but I ran the comparables, and surprisingly enough, these are over $100 pre-owned. It's the C130 cart bag. It does have the rain cover. It's a 14-way divider. It's like a blue-gray color combination here. I think it was in excellent condition. So brand new, $250. We're talking pre-owned here. I'm gonna list this for $120. It's only gonna cost me $10, but this is another case where you just circle the wagons enough and things show up that you didn't notice beforehand. So I'm glad I did what I'm supposed to do when I'm in stores, just continuously try to learn. I'm really trying to hit golf very, very hard this season, and it's working. The golf stuff that I'm finding is selling phenomenally well. Yes, this place looks like a disaster, but that is working for me. So I'm challenging myself with the women's stuff, challenging myself with golf, and we are in season for most of those items. So that seems to be working in my favor. And if I could impart any wisdom upon you, it would be continuously challenge yourself. Don't be afraid to get out of your comfort zone and out of your wheelhouse and learn, because, you know, everything you want is on the other side of that, right? So don't be afraid to challenge yourself here. Golf kind of easier because we're in season and we know it's an evergreen niche, but yeah, push yourself, and that's what I'm trying to do. So this is one of the markup racks, but this Noble hoodie was not marked up. So it's only going to cost me $5, and Noble is hot right now. Great cross-training shoes. This hoodie right here has sold, I've seen a couple of comparables, like the most recent one was an XL that sold for $40, but this I'm going to list for $50. I've seen enough pre-owned Noble sweatshirts sell for $50. So I'm going to price that one at $50. That was just lucky. Like maybe somebody had that and put it there when they had it in their cart originally, who knows, but $5 on that. And then this was an interesting pair of Onitsuka Tigers. They're the Ultimate 81s. Interesting colorway here, and the average price for these looks like it's in like the $40 to $50 range, but I did go to Terapeak and I saw a size 8, this exact size, sell for $105. Because of that, I'm going to be listing these for $100. So they are, you can see right there, they're a size 8. They've got that little rabbit on the back. I don't know what the significance is of that. The actual color for this is willow gray and cherry blossom, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't know what makes them super rare, if they are super rare. Again, my deeper research might tell me something that I didn't find at first glance. But yeah, when I saw that $105 sale, I was like, okay, that's perfect. I'll be listing these for $100 as well. So another really super lucky find. That was a rack that had just come out. You had seen the Jack Daniels mirror, left that behind, and then I've got something here that I can't really quite figure out price-wise. Imogene and Willie, I've never heard of this brand. I'm not familiar with it. It's just a basic hoodie. It's made in the USA, and some of the list prices, again, and then compared to what the actual solds are, there's like a really big discrepancy. So this has sold in like the mid 40s, like the $30 to mid $40 range, but this brand does often sell for over $100, even pre-owned certain garments here. And so yes, it's a hoodie, it's long sleeve, and we're in summer. What am I going to do with this? I'm not exactly sure. Let's just say $50 for the sake of being able to total everything up conservatively at the end. But it's possible that I might be able to push that to $150 when the comparables are really inconsistent and it's a brand I've never heard of. I get gun shy, if you will. So I picked it up just as sort of an exercise to put here for you folks, so maybe we can all learn together. It's a brand you've never heard of, but $50 on the conservative end for it. And again, maybe my luck will change when I do a deeper dive and go into Google and see if I can learn anything. Maybe go to their website, which I haven't done yet, to see what their like MSRP is for those items. But interesting piece in and of itself, and I don't recall finding anything else here on this, in these racks or these aisles, that looked like it was going to be worth my time. So I absolutely love all of the items in this haul. Let's total everything up here. It looks like I'm going to spend just under $91 for everything that you saw in this video, and my total listed value, unbelievable, comes to $1,040. So a lot of really big hitters in this video. Thanks for tagging along. Now let's go home. Let's take a look at the giveaway boxes and find out what else I'm adding to them. I'm definitely going to need bigger boxes at this point, but yes, these are just to show you, these Starbucks boxes right here. These are the ones I'm going to use to ship the golf bags in. They're excellent. You stack 3 of them together, boom, get it shipped out. All right, so for box number 1, I got a really nice pair of FootJoy golf cleats. These are in excellent condition. This is going to be probably anywhere from like $35 to $45. Let's just call them 40. They're in great shape, timely. You should be able to sell those pretty quickly. And then I'm also going to add the No Bull in there. You're not going to have any competition on this, so $50 for that. That's box number 1. Box number 2, I'm giving you both of the Seattle hats from a couple of videos ago. This one looks brand new. It just doesn't have any tags on it, so not sure how you'll list that. This one definitely has the tags. Let's call both of those $30. That's $60. And then box 1 has a pair of Birkenstocks. Box 2 is going to get these. These are a size 41. I think the color here is like dove gray. I'm not really sure. I thought that's what it was, but it's like shiny, patent leathery. These are in phenomenal condition. I think I saw some of these selling brand new for around $100 or so, but I didn't research it much farther than that. They're in excellent condition. Let's call those $50 as well. So we've got about $900 in value in each of these boxes. And my next video, that is not a what sold video, is going to be the actual giveaway. So I'm going to give away $2,000 worth of inventory. 2 winners here. Hit that subscribe button if you are not already subscribed. I'm excited to give these out. As always, thanks so much for tuning in. Brennan here, Dad Planet, the One Man Show. I am out. That is it for today. Thanks again. We'll see you in the next video.